All right, April 2nd, 2021, it is 8:17 p.m. I did catch images and video of group stalking third parties positioned in their vehicles as I exit the room of Economy Inn. And as I am en route to grocery outlet, P.O.C. is continuous. I just want to go ahead and capture what is footage of the state flying in relevant position to me as I am walking to the grocery outlet. And the state engaging in tampering with the phone. So as I'm standing in the grass and documenting on video, the same pop-up that's monitoring saying warning, recording failed, that's P.O.C. All right, so this is podcast. This is audio documentation of what is real-time monitoring as I'm using my podcast to still document what is the state flying over this parking lot as I am documenting group stalking conduct as I move from the room at Economy Inn to grocery outlet. This is P.O.C. License plate 6VNH750. Crossing path with light activity and headlights. Entering the parking lot, they're patrolling at the Walgreens. The state is patrolling via aircraft. The third-party group stalker turns on his headlights as I arrive. This is a Nevada plate 425N73. This is group stalking as I am in transit and the state is flying over by aircraft. Monitoring by blocking my ability to capture that video. That's P.O.C. License plate 7NKPO54 6VNH750. I just want to go ahead and capture what is this third party who turns on his headlights and just drives in a circle. And I'll go ahead and take a screenshot of monitoring as they are blocking my ability to take that video. That's P.O.C. Driving in a circle on surveillance cameras is 425N73. That's P.O.C. All right, the state monitoring my communication device as I'm documenting what is relevant position. Omnitrans 83 going northbound on Euclid Avenue, crossing path as well. P.O.C. License plate 5HEV946. 6GZB737. 7DKH883. 7BTP072. 7STP833. Group stalker sitting in her car in the parking lot on the opposite side. The state is monitoring, blocking my ability to take video. The state is also flying over directly in alignment to me where I stand at the opposite end of the parking lot in between Economy Inn and the grocery outlet where this group stalker is positioned in his car. This is P.O.C. I'm going to go ahead and take a picture of that. And the state is monitoring, blocking the ability to record video. There's nothing wrong with my phone. Okay, it is 8:20 p.m. Impossible light activity appearing on the side of the wall. That is abutting the parking lot of grocery outlet. That is light appearing directly on the wall right here. That's P.O.C. While this group stalker 7TJY692 engaged in relevant positioning while that impossible light activity is manifest, and the state is patrolling via aircraft. That is P.O.C. I'll go ahead and take another picture of the plane. And I'm going to take a picture of this wall right here where the state is. Understand there's a lamp right here. That's not what's causing the flashing of light that appeared on the backside of Economy Inn. Bright light as I stand and document this third-party group stalker. You can see them operating their communication device. State flying directly over. I'm taking pictures of that and impossible light activity on the brick wall. Okay, that's P.O.C. Shadows moving. This is monitoring conduct at grocery outlet. That's the ignition that you hear. He's monitoring while the state is aiming light onto the backside of Economy Inn. This is P.O.C. State flying over, state monitoring by blocking the ability to record video. That is direct evidence as well as to what this third party is doing. Understand this third party is doing what all of the rest of them in relevant position are doing. Okay, that's P.O.C. The same conduct by the third party in what is a commercial sized truck. Stops right in alignment to me where the state is aiming light. They're acting in concert to surround. He turns on his headlights. Let me go ahead and take a picture of that. He turns on his headlights. All right. And this one over here stops on the opposite side of me with the truck with the blinking lights on. That's light activity by a vehicle. Okay. This is P.O.C. And now what you have is crossing a path in this vehicle that's license 7TJY692. It arrives, and this is on surveillance camera, while the state is patrolling via aircraft over this parking lot. Third-party group stalkers, that is the people of the state of California, are patrolling in this parking lot. As I recited in real time, that third party in the van literally drove a circle around. That's creating light activity. Third party with license plate 6VNH750, merely engaging in relevant positioning. Seen on surveillance camera exiting a car, walking walking, all he's doing is monitoring. He is now driving out of the parking lot. That is creating light activity as I am walking backwards. They are acting as one together, okay? And monitoring, that is why the pop-up is appearing as to the inability to record video. That's P.O.C. That's helicopter. Right over my head. And the state is flying directly over me. There's more than one aircraft over my head. And I'm capturing screenshots of it. The state is blocking directly my ability to take video. So I'm capturing what are screenshots. The state just flew directly over my head. And there's more than one aircraft. I'm counting one, the one that you hear audibly. There's 2, 3, 4 that are directly over my head. I'll take a picture of this other one that they're flying in opposite directions directly over me. All right. And they are surrounding in their vehicles. So I'm going to read this license plate. Monitoring with the state, using their headlights as light activity, 5YGX304. Just sitting in the parking lot while the state is flying over my head in an airplane. That's called group stalking. She's going to be seen on surveillance cameras inside of the venue she's monitoring. All right, and the state is directly over her while she is engaged in the relevant positioning and light activity. This is Grocery Outlet at 2275 South Euclid Avenue in Ontario on surveillance cameras, and I'm also referencing the surveillance cameras as they are all engaged in monitoring. They're monitoring inside as well. This is P.O.C. All right, group stalker driving toward me right now in a white pickup truck. As they turn into the parking lot, same conduct. That's called light activity. This is license plate 7NMN057. License 8KHL273. License touching with light. Their sex offender 74874Z2. Touching with light while they're monitoring with the state. This is license 11478D3, 8PGE168, 6VEV 635, 8CXS440, 6XSU273, 20738X2, OKINHBT, NPP0047, that's a Texas plate, 7GCJ398, 7VVF941. License plate coming from the back of the parking lot to cross path. 5GUJ607, 8PGE168. All right, this is third party sitting in their cars over here. I'm going to get these license plate. 8TWJ900, 8UNG995, 6UKL102, 4VQY269. This is 6MAF372. This is the paper plate, BJ95U75, 8JCP026, 8URT245, 12718X2, 8JHK142, 8RVV563, 17JHAN, 7KVG252. And again, this is what I read. I want to read this one again as they're patrolling 7NMN057. Okay, Walgreens at 2245 South Euclid Avenue. Surveillance cameras is showing what is present in relevant position. They are all monitoring inside of that venue. And this is P.O.C., the license plates that I'm reading that are representing third parties acting with the state that is flying over my head in multiple aircrafts. This is P.O.C., and I'm also referencing the surveillance cameras, which are a means of monitoring as well inside of Walgreens, where they're monitoring. This is P.O.C. License plate 6TMB382. That's a handicap. License plate 5GUJ607, 8SIM618, 6ZHG114, 4YKT189, 7J18791, and 11478D3. Again, just engaging in the relevant positioning. Drives past me in the parking lot because they are maintaining presence and light activity, but just parks on the opposite side of Walgreens, sitting in their car in relevant position, okay? As I walk around getting license plates, they're monitoring. 8DDZ966, touching with light while they are monitoring. Everything that they are doing is criminal. It is also inherently sexually violent because they're monitoring on behalf of the state that is also present patrolling via aircraft. This is the government that's patrolling around. around, that is walking around, that is driving around. All right, this is the government that is stalking, maintaining presence in the path as one unified group, stalking in a commercial truck, stopping on the side of Euclid Avenue in alignment to me, creating light activity, aiming directed light onto the building of Economy Inn on the opposite side. Group stalker with license plate 7NKPO54. In case I didn't read that one already. All right, they're just loitering in relevant position in the parking lot of grocery outlet, which will be seen on the surveillance cameras. And I'm just going around getting license plates. All they're doing is monitoring. 6GZR 737, 7PLN 586, 5YGX 304, 7WPB 150, 7RFL 419. And let me give you this. While they are patrolling, let me go ahead and show you what the state is doing, which is flying directly over and monitoring, blocking the ability to take video, right? There's nothing wrong with my camcorder. That's monitoring. That's what monitoring is, by the way, in case you didn't know. So the state, let me be clear. It is equally direct evidence as I document a video or a picture. While the state monitors and blocks my ability to do so, it is equally direct evidence of monitoring and group stalking, okay? While the state does that, incriminating those who I am documenting present in close quarters in my path, while the state is directing light onto the opposite side of Economy Inn, while I'm documenting what are third parties. They are in relevant position in the parking lot, inside of these surrounding venues, across the street as well, at the Jack in the Box, the Chevron, the Food for Less, this entire plaza. This is why the third party in the large truck has stopped on the side of the street. Understand, they are stalking and they are creating light activity while the state is patrolling, which I just captured again, not only audibly but visibly on my pictures and in screenshots. And so as I'm walking around, what they are doing logistically, what they are doing is maintaining presence in the path. They're keeping light moving, they're keeping presence around me. And they're doing so using their vehicles, all right? And the state is adding to that light activity by aiming light on a broad, massive scale onto the brick wall of what is the backside of Economy Inn. All right, so I'm going to get what is this third-party group stalker in these large commercial trucks. He is in relevant position. He is creating light activity. He is maintaining presence. And this is heavily documented conduct that I have documented for a prolonged period. This is the front license plate of this truck. And I'm going to also go ahead and get pictures of it as well. This is P.O.C. This is light activity, just like the state is creating by the blinking lights at the street of Euclid Avenue. The third party using the truck as a means of light activity. And again, what's the timing? He arrives and does so, loiters in relevant position in direct alignment to me as I am documenting the state that is flying over, the state that is present in that third party vehicle who has turned on their headlights at the same time that this third party stops beside me as the state is aiming what is impossible light activity onto the brick wall of Economy Inn. This is when this third party arrives and is remaining stationary on Euclid Avenue with hazard lights on this truck. Understand, this is P.O.C. This is the ongoing behavioral pattern of the people of the state of California as well. This is that which is occurring as I'm going to go ahead and take a picture of what is the state flying in yet a whole other different direction. They're flying in all manner of direction directly over me while I stand here and document. This is CRST, the Transportation Solutions, U.S. 53773. And that front license plate, again, that is an Indiana plate. It reads 2896801. And the front number on this truck, it says 5989. The third party group stalker is sitting inside of the truck, creating light activity. The state is flying over by plane. All right. What I captured is the state flying over in multiple aircrafts. Audibly, that's monitoring conduct at low elevation, and doing so as I'm documenting the people of the state of California monitoring with it. The back license plate is 5NU5528. All right, license 7Y39921. These are the people of the state of California systematically monitoring on Euclid Avenue. License plate 12300B3, 7LLT 327. Understand, the truck that stopped on Euclid Avenue with the hazard lights on is creating light activity in the same way that the blinking light in front of Economy Inn is creating light activity, so that these group stalkers on Euclid Avenue, 6FUR339, can more efficiently, effectively monitor me. This is the ongoing criminal conduct while I remain inside of the room as well. 7YWJ877, 8NAD234. This is P.O.C. All right. I want to get, again, This is the behavioral pattern by the people of the state of California operating what is a commercial vehicle. The exact same criminal conduct, the exact same hallmarks are present, the exact same P.O.C. All right? The exact same threat and sexual violence while you are in what is a commercial vehicle, the same criminal facilitation of that unprecedented criminal conduct by the people of the state of California, what is operating a commercial vehicle. It is currently 8:32 p.m. and that's P.O.C. as I exit the room. That's what I took pictures of as third-party group stalker at 228 right next to my room. Is standing in position, was doing so again before I opened my door, before I exited the room. They maintained presence and doing so aware of the fact that I'm getting dressed, preparing to exit the room. That's P.O.C., okay? So what I take a picture of is that door as the third-party group stalker, as I'm reaching in my phone to get my phone, reaching my pocket to get my phone, hurries in and closes the door. The behavioral pattern is such that the people of the state, the group stalkers, these are psychopaths, they're sex offenders. They are out of their normal mind. Understand this is demonic conduct that you are seeing, you are observing, you are witnessing in the natural. That is also criminal. That for that which they will be prosecuted for in federal court. But understand that it is entirely demented. Engaging in what is stalking while you are outside of the room. Maintaining presence in the path on behalf of the government that's monitoring. That's how you monitor. 5YGX304 sitting in the car in relevant position, loitering, monitoring with 7WPB150, who's creating light activity by the headlights and the brake lights, okay? Acting in concert with the group stalker, with the commercial truck, acting in concert with all those that I documented in the parking lot as they're just patrolling around, sitting on all sides of the store. They're maintaining presence in the path, especially as I walk around documenting license plates, okay? Referencing the security cameras, which I want to be clear, understand those security cameras are a means of criminal conduct on the part of the people of the state of California because the government is maintaining awareness of what I'm doing inside. The people of the state of California are literally stalking as well. But those surveillance cameras, in other words, what I'm stating is that it is not isolated to use for this very venue. The government is monitoring, the government is present, and is obtaining access to that. License plate 8KKB227. All right, P.O.C. But I am speaking to the significance of it because those same surveillance cameras are a means of documentation, they're a means of my presence, and they're a means of what is none other than criminal P.O.C. I am entering right now. What you'll see is third-party group stalkers exiting right on schedule. Nothing whatsoever coincidental. This is P.O.C. and this is how psychopaths operate. I am seen on camera with my face mask on and gray sweats. You see P.O.C. as they're exiting the door. It is 8:34 p.m. And I remain subject to P.O.C. as I'm inside a grocery outlet. Understand, all they have to do is maintain presence of the path inside of the building. The state, as I've shown on the podcast, stalking with light, stalking with plane and helicopter over my head. This is P.O.C. as I've already established. Again, it is April 2nd, 2021. It's 8:35 p.m. All right, license plate 8FRUR062. 8RVA360, 8UYK895. This is 6DQK782, substantially similar. 7ZWO23, substantially similar. 8Z8561, that's the third party that was at the gas station. 8TEP331, 7NCF761. 8PMT121. And 8UKK193. DHE, Dependable Highway Express Monitoring, 4NA5272, P.O.C. States flying over by helicopter over the street. This is 8KO7C35, that's a paper plate, 6UBH882. This is systematic crossing and path light activity, 97884Z2. All right, third-party group stalker in another commercial truck, maintaining light activity with the hazard lights parked on Euclid Avenue. The state maintaining this light activity at Euclid and in between Economy and Mobile. They're systematically monitoring as they're driving past. I am merely stepping outside and identifying some by name. They are engaged in ongoing demonic, psychopath-level monitoring all day and all night. 6 UBV7Q2, substantially similar. 6WWG345. This is 4TN7066. 8SIH205. 7PTR112. 8UZT848. All right, they are one group. So while I am inside and the state is engaged in directing light inside of my room all day long, like a stalker, a group stalker that it is, stalking by plane and helicopter and aiming light in all manner of it's impossible to naturally be occurring. These third parties, such as 7SSL858 and 8MZN072, 7SNA076, 93789J1, I believe, substantially similar. They're engaged in ongoing crossing a path while acting pursuant to the behavioral pattern. While they are crossing path, the state is amplifying their activity. 3545 073, substantially similar. I can't really see that one. Understand they're one group. So I'm identifying those who are of the same group. At 12 o'clock in the morning, the same group of psychopath group stalkers are maintaining presence on behalf of the state vicariously while I'm inside of the room at Economy Inn and engaging in creating activity that the state is amplifying. It's the absence of coincidence. 8 CME 111, now leaving mobile, crossing path, all right? Maintaining presence by relevant positioning at the mobile gas station. Group stalking, period. Group stalking while they're pumping gas, or standing at the gas station at least. 8JWZ086, 7J, I can't really see that one, 8RPJ013. Entering into the mobile gas station, the same conduct, they're crossing path with driving into the parking lot. 2714957 is the front plate of that commercial truck. License plate 8HCJ301. License plate 8EYS 074, 8RBH, I can't really see the rest of that plate. This one is 7NVA 676, substantially similar, 6XOS 791, 8LAG, I can't really see the rest of that plate. V223ZF or 3Z5, substantially similar, that looks like a Nevada plate, 8KQY 988, 8SME 400. And understand, the state is patrolling repeatedly, flying over Euclid Avenue, okay? Repeatedly, flying around me, flying as I was in the parking lot, the state's flying over in all manner of direction by plane and helicopter as I captured on podcast, and right now the state is flying, patrolling back and forth over Euclid. When I'm at my room, where's the helicopter activity as I'm at my room? Right there where I'm at. It is, as I have already documented in hundreds of videos, on a daily basis, moment by moment, everywhere I go, the state stalking. That is what the people of the state of California are doing. It is group conduct, and this is also demonic. This is demonic activity. That flickering light, doing so with a vehicle, it's the same conduct. Recognize that. 7EYN 463. This is AL55G69 paper, 6NTJ085, 8EPS 748, substantially similar, 8CEJ518, 8GBA 810, 7XAT 250, 5UC B618. The people of the state of California engaged in corporate invasion of privacy, literally engaging in knowledge of what I'm doing inside of the room. They are doing so in concert with the state, the public entity that is providing that means to do so. And this is based on that behavioral pattern whereby they are stalking with activity, doing so with simultaneity to what I'm doing. You are aware of what I'm doing as you're stalking. 7VEX 883, substantially similar, 6UBY 207. Third party license 6Y OD 813, I believe. 6YOD 813. Group stalking, just patrolling inside of the parking lot of the mobile. I'll go over there and get those license plates as well. These are driving past on Euclid. 6MMJ 656. This is P.O.C. And understand, the police are maintaining presence, all right? They are maintaining presence just like the state is by helicopter and plane. 8SQM831, 7LTN 616, 6BPV 655, substantially similar. All right, group stalking by loitering in relevant position at mobile, which is a third-party venue. And understand, all they are doing is group stalking at a gas station. It does not matter what venue you are at, the elements are remaining. The state is patrolling by helicopters. 7HCW 909, 7TDH 489. This is 7ZEZ 7ZEZ 874. Crossing path as I'm walking around, stalking with light, driving past 5YFG 430. P.O.C. And understand, inside of a grocery store, such as Grocery Outlet where I was, where the state continued to fly about, where the state is stalking inside by the people of the state who are merely working there, they're on the clock. Guess what? They're group stalking. The state is present inside of that venue while they are maintaining presence in the path. As I bend down to go inside of a refrigerated area to pick up a product, a group stalker is crossing path. As I engage in any new movement, they engage in any manner of creation of activity, including using the PA system. That is keeping surrounded physically and with activity. The exact same behavioral pattern underway inside of that venue. Understand, it does not change while you are going inside. As I have demonstrated, the documentation establishes it is continuous, irrespective of the venue, speaking to what is a state system underway. And that is regardless of in a private vehicle, ATEK 437, or a commercial vehicle, 9F947756. TriStar, driving past in a truck, XP49655, that's DHE again, Dependable Highway Express Monitoring. This is the ongoing behavioral pattern of where the state is maintaining presence, flying directly over my room, very targeted in where the state's light source is during the day, very targeting where the state's directed light is, that which is not naturally occurring, is speaking to the ongoing intentional presence in the path. 7Z FE480, I believe, substantially similar. Group stalker just drives through and exits as I was walking through. Again, that was 5YFG430. He's just a group stalker that drives in as I'm walking through that parking lot of Mobile, and now he's driving out. 7UBH349, I can't really see that one. You can scratch that. I just wanted to get some of these third parties they're engaged in, and by they I mean the state of California acting vicariously through the people. 7CKC22B, I believe. 7JWJ482. Understand, noise of that manner heard inside of the depths of the room, okay? That is that which the state is amplifying. And the people of the state of California are fully aware of that, in the same way that they maintain presence under what is a fake sun, which they are fully aware of that, in the same way that they maintain presence while the state is aiming light in all manner of direction, which is established as that which is not naturally occurring. CEB, AYOS, Ceballos, LZLOERA. They wanted to drive by with easy license plates. That's fine. They're group stalking. 8GKR270, P.O.C. This is 8MNZ 795. And so this is identifying some, but they are the same group. The state of California, the same entity, is monitoring through these group stalkers. This is license plate 8TLM002, 6ATA386. This is UPS. We already know that they're group stalkers. P81498 is the back license plate. UPS again? Yes, UPS again. Crossing path. That's intentional conduct, all right? 028269T is the back license plate on the UPS. 8PBY 0. I didn't get the rest of that one. That's UPS engaging in federal group stalking and monitoring, as I've already shown. They're group stalkers driving a UPS vehicle, engaged in the same monitoring conduct while the state is flying over again by helicopter. The state is flying back and forth, just like I documented on podcast on September 25th, doing the same exact thing. This is 4HKY, I can't really see that plate. This is license plate 4VKH201. FedEx crossing path again, exiting the 60 freeway. 6VPT818. 7PWW723. State flying on both sides of me. So as I'm standing at Euclid Avenue, documenting third parties in both private and commercial vehicles, monitoring, intentionally present, okay? The state is amplifying all manner of activity. The state is flying on both the my right and left, so that is the north and south of me, where I'm standing at the driveway of Euclid Avenue, okay? That's called patrolling by aircraft, while the state is patrolling vicariously through the people of the state of California, some of whom I am specifically identifying by license plate. This is federal group stalking and monitoring, all right? The state is always molesting with light and light activity at the entrance. 8GOA 476. 7DWE 731. 8NQ 5707. Handicap plate 676ZL. Oh, I'm so glad you're concerned about my safety. No, you're not. Thank you. I got it, though. I'm an adult. He's monitoring me. He's engaging in relevant positioning. 6NN D581. Not concerned about my safety whatsoever. Engaged in threatening my life on a daily basis. 6KTY 964. 6CCU 960. This is 7MND 785, 8AUG 717, 3NDY 768. All right, this is, I'll go ahead and take a screenshot of what is the state that is monitoring. All right, and this, the third party, that's the older gentleman, the older white man. He's not a gentleman, he's a group stalker. Group stalker sitting at the driveway, stationary 7TDH 489. While the state is monitoring my phone, blocking the ability to take video while the helicopter is right in front of me. That's P.O.C, okay? This is license plate 7BSY 814, 7EOJ 279, 8TEN 004, 8NYJ 253, 8DRD 888. This is 8EPW 955, 6NYR 847, 8PRR 280. This is 8MYY 010. All right, that's P.O.C. They're honking, they're creating audible activity. They're all monitoring, okay? This is 8BJY 945. 7TPA 439, 5VVV 037, 53055V1. This group stalker that was loitering in relevant position while the state was blocking my ability to record video, they were monitoring with the state that was in front of me by helicopter, 6TDH 489, okay? Acting in concert with the group stalker of Economy Inn who walks behind me and under the guise of, oh, get out the street, he's creating audible activity, he's coming closer. He is in no way concerned about my safety, engaged in that which is a direct threat to my safety and my life. He's monitoring. And the ability to capture video blocked while they're monitoring, 7S22298. That's P.O.C, okay? It is 9:58 p.m. Let me go ahead and get these group stalkers. 8TIP 410, 8NET 577, 6EPW 332. Coming off the 60 freeway, driving north on Euclid Avenue, 8NAK 655. This is, and it is 9:58 p.m. still, 7HYS 207, 7RNF 827, substantial cylinder, 8TWZ 375, 8M, I can't really see that one. This one is, let's see, 7MVJ 803, 7GEP 180, and this is 66453J1, 8FNB 593. And that is 9:59 p.m. and that is P.O.C. Again, just stepping out to capture what is, understand while all those third parties, I just want to be clear before I close that down. All those third parties are monitoring. The state is creating light activity as I've already shown in video with the flickering light. That's not a malfunction, that's P.O.C. Everywhere that I go, maintaining light activity on buildings, on signage, through third parties with their vehicles. And as the state creates what is impossible light activity and creating light activity with its engineered light. That is light activity while they are crossing path, and I'm documenting them and creating audible activity, visible activity, light activity while they are maintaining presence in the path, while the state is also flying over the street repeatedly back and forth and all around and back and forth by helicopter and planes. The same conduct while I'm at grocery outlet in the parking lot. That's P.O.C. while the state is also aiming directed light onto the backside of Economy Inn, which is the ongoing behavioral pattern with the state's engineered light, maintaining that light on the surfaces around me while the state is stalking via aircraft and stalking by the people of the state of California. It is 10 p.m. on the dot. Surveillance cameras at grocery outlets, surveillance cameras at Walgreens, surveillance cameras at Economy Inn, and that is the P.O.C. Card. Hold on. Oh, here it is. Yeah, do I have to come and get this scanned every time?
Because they extend your stay, so might be I need to scan.
So you have to get it scanned every time you extend your stay?
Yeah, because this state right now on the 15th or 16th, something like that.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm just asking.
So I usually make until that day. Okay?
Okay. So you have to come and get your card scanned and every time, otherwise you'll be locked out.
They extend you until 19th.
No, I understand.
If I make it for a month after you check out, you might come back again. Use the key this time.
No, you guys know that I'm staying. You guys are the ones that told me.
But right now I'm making until you stay.
Yeah.
If they extend, then I can make again. Okay?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're saying the same thing. That I have to come down here physically to get the key for you guys to scan it. Otherwise, you're going to lock me out of the room. when you know that I'm staying?
No, if you're not staying anymore, then why I'm going to give you the key? If you're going to stay anymore,
I'm in the room.
no, but okay, I'm giving you the key until your stay right now.
Yeah.
Now your stay is until 19 April. So this key works until 19 April.
But if I don't come, so you're saying if I don't come, if I don't leave my room, say I'm staying in the room, right? They paid for me to stay. Say I go to work for the day or something. You're telling me I'm going to be locked out of my room when I come back. Well, yeah, that's what that requires. You're telling me I got to come to the window because you're going to lock me out of the room. Well, why is my room locked out? That's what you're requiring me. You're saying this is the reason why the card isn't working because I have to come to you.
No, I'm saying until your stay.
Until
that time is good. Sometimes you want, no work.
Oh no, it did. That's not what happened. Okay, got it. Thank you. Anyway, that's P.O.C. He is stating that they already know how long I'm staying. I just want to document this. Not only is that monitoring, it's audible activity in relevant position, light activity at the driveway on Euclid. All right, but you have what is the patented lie that I have to come to the front desk every single time my stay is extended by the third parties who are paying for my stay, which is not true. And that's also not how a hotel operates. This is what the third party hotel innkeeper is stating because they are engaged in the routine conduct of blocking my ability to get in or out of the room. And doing so, oh, it's because your stay is extended, so you have to come and, hello. Oh, well, while you're here, can I get a toilet paper? Yeah. I'm about to say a towel. Thank you. Have a good. With regard to my stay being extended and stating that I have to come down to the front office. I'm doing like 3 things at one time, so forgive me. But I am focused. The ability to remain in your room without being blocked outside of your room, that is that which is inherent to having a stay at a venue, being at a hotel, and you are staying for a prolonged period. They are aware of the fact that I'm remaining on the premises. Believe me, if I was staying and they did not want me here, they would call the police. This is not a matter of ignorance. They know that I'm here. It is a means of harassment. And then after I document them engaged in that pattern of conduct of harassment, they merely engage in continuing it as though that is some narrative that is established that it's anything other than harassment. It is actually the case. That is not the case. They're just continuously engaged in a pattern of conduct of harassment, which is also monitoring, because as I walk back and forth, I'm being subject to monitoring. They're group stalking in their cars. They're group stalking while they are outside of the room. As you hear, the third-party employee is relevant in relevant position inside of the closet. And so that's why I asked for toilet paper right now. She's monitoring, okay? And this is creating exposure. And it is also that which is pursuant to harassment while I remain subject to that criminal conduct. So I want to be clear, and that's why I was asking him that, and understand everything that's being stated is monitoring me. It is a simultaneous threat. Everything that is that they are engaged in, everything that is being spoken, everything that's being exchanged that I'm subject to is serving monitoring, all right? Monitoring with communication devices, and the entirety of this environment, day and night, is that which is sustaining that criminal activity by the state and claiming, which is what he was claiming, and not really capable of clearly articulating it because it does not make sense, and it also defies what they are have been engaged in and the ordinary business practices of a third-party innkeeper, okay? My stay being extended, let me document these third-party group stalkers, AJEZ800, the same group stalkers that I document while the state is aiming light in different rooms on the first and second floors. And while the police are present, acting with the Ontario police, they're group stalking the city in the parking lot right now. They are doing nothing but monitoring. But anyway, I want to be clear that that is not the requirement that I have to go down to the office physically every time that my stay is extended to remain at this venue. But this is what they are claiming, and this is the reason why he is stating he had to update my card, and that's why I'm locked out of the room. I just want to be clear on what the claim is. It's P.O.C., first of all. But secondly, You do not have to physically go down to some office to have your key physically scanned. They have the ability to lock you out. This is that which I have experienced before I was aware of the fact that I was being monitored. It was a means for the third-party venues, particularly when I was staying in Los Angeles. I stayed in Bellflower. When I stayed in Pasadena, they would routinely engage in that sort of conduct. And at the time, it was just annoying to me. And I felt and it was so frequent that I knew that it was intentional. It's not a coincidence, but I did not know that I was being monitored. I did not know that it was like a state system. I didn't know all of that. I knew that there were very peculiar conduct by the people that surrounded me, and I knew the fact that I was being repeatedly locked out of my room was related to that, and it is a means of harassment. And I want to be clear, again, you do not have to physically go down to the office and have the key card scanned when you are having your stay extended. They are aware of, they know, first of all, they're monitoring, okay? Everything that's going on is pursuant to that criminal conduct. Second of all, they are very much aware that I am staying at the premises. Again, these are criminals. They're engaged in corporate invasion of privacy. They are fully aware of where I am. The state is maintaining complete control of that, even to where I am provided a job opportunity or not, okay? Again, I'm being monitored at a job, at a place of work, okay? The state is not ignorant of anything. This is the state I'm speaking to, working at economy and understand that they are not present in their individual capacity. The state is monitoring. The state is monitoring with the people of the state. The people of the state are in the position of the government. And so this is the government telling me that because my stay was extended, which he already knew, that I have to come down and get my key card scanned by him physically, which is not true because they maintain the ability to do it remotely, locking you out of the room without your going down there and physically scanning that key card and also doing so permitting your key card to continue to operate. You don't have to go down there physically. So I just want to state that that's exactly what he's stating. That's exactly what he is trying to establish when they already know. And again, if I was staying over and they did not know, stating he didn't, so in other words, he's saying he did not scan it, he didn't update it because my stay was extended, he doesn't know if I'm saying, first of all, yes, you do your monitoring, and second of all, they know very well that I'm remaining here because if I was staying over, right, and nobody was paying for a room, say I'm just staying in this room, that is not something that's going to occur. In other words, they would they call the police for no reason, let alone giving them some cause, which doesn't really exist, but I'm putting that in parentheses, giving them some cause to call the police when if you were to remain over your stay or something, that would be an opportunity, in other words, to jump on, right? But again, this is all occurring under the facts of what is monitoring by a government. And I just want to be clear that this is documentation of what is that ongoing behavioral pattern of harassment, which is inherent to monitoring with communication devices. And again, as you document that behavioral pattern of federal group stalking and monitoring, light activity and relevant positioning, hostility to that documentation, and the underlying, this is demonic activity. And so there is a naturally ongoing occurrence of what is harassment, even when you are not aware of it. So if you're at a job, you're being underpaid. You're not being paid that which is what you are worth. You are being overworked. You're being treated unfairly, whether you are aware of it or not. This is merely my documentation of that which I am now aware of, and I'm fully exposing it in every single way, every facet of that criminal system in operation, where you are being subject to what is unfair treatment and any means of trying to harass you, okay, such as charging you for that which you are ordinarily not supposed to be charged for, or overcharging you for it, whether you're aware of it or not. This is that which is occurring with that system. This is that which is the pattern of conduct. And this is why I'm saying monitoring with communication devices are the engagement, the systematic engagement. The three elements remain present at all times. That is light, that is activity, audible, sensational, or visible, and relevant positioning, which is the group stalking conduct by the state that acts directly and vicariously by the people of the state. But you were talking about that which is also occurring, which is harassment. And this is an umbrella of harassment. Again, much of the pattern of conduct, much of the acts of criminal obstruction of justice that I've documented exceeds mere harassment, not only based on the definition of where it is occurring under facts of a public entity monitoring you, but based on the fact that you are being subject to that which is threatening your life. And then this entity that is threatening your life, threatening your physical safety, engaging in physically attacking you while they are acting as the government and doing so, engaged in kidnapping you, engaged in sexually violently touching you while they are monitoring you, is also engaged in harassing you, which is no small thing at all. All right. This is exceptionally violent and threatening criminal conduct by a government, in no way minor. This is literally tabulating, cataloging every single type of criminal act that they engage in pursuant to those elements. And harassment is, quote unquote, an element number 4. I put that in soft quotes. But harassment is the pattern of conduct. When you're engaged in stalking by planes and helicopters and amplifying all manner of noise and making all kind of noise through the walls, through the ceiling, using inanimate objects to do so, that is that which is inherently harassment. Okay, that is, not only is it demented, all right, you're talking about that which is, it's entirely demonic. If you picture like a horror flick where you're seeing like flickering, flashing lights, you're listening to, witnessing what is the ongoing presence of what noise that is constantly occurring as you make any move or as you do anything, that's harassment. All right. That is, which is, it exceeds being annoying. It exceeds being that which is designed to incite fear. It's very peculiar. It's entirely demented. It's twisted. And this is that which is occurring everywhere you go, 24 hours a day, even while you are sleeping, while they are listening to you in that state and monitoring you in that state, engaging in that conduct while you are in that state, and doing so even when it's not even occurring for purposes of monitoring. It's just occurring for purposes of the entity is hostile to the fact that you're aware of it, to the fact that you're documenting it, to the fact that you are publishing it. All right. That is it's wicked. Understand, that's evil. It's twisted. It is demonic, but it is also that which is naturally coinciding with the pattern of conduct. Okay. I'm speaking to what are specific acts of harassment while that entity is monitoring you. And this is an example. It's not a small thing. And so I just want to speak to that. This is what economy and continues to engage in. I do not have to go down to that window to have them scan the key card yet again. This is that which they know that I'm documenting it. And so what they did was, oh, it's because you have to come down because your stay was expired. So you have to come down and we have to scan your card again, which is not true. All right. I'm dealing with them in their alternate universe. Okay. So I ask them the question. They give me the answer. Meanwhile, they're monitoring me, but I'm also documenting what are their claims while they are engaged in harassment. All of this to be brought up against for purposes of prosecution. Okay, the state is flying around by helicopter. The state is aiming all manner of light, which is not occurring from any kind of headlights. Even the state that is flying around in helicopter, flashing lights on that helicopter, is not creating that light all across the ceiling, while the state is maintaining a flickering light right there in relevant position at the driveway of Economy Inn, such that the people of the state of California can more effectively monitor while they are engaged in constant relevant positioning, and the state is amplifying specifically targeted audible activity inside of the depths of this room 24 hours a day, engaging and using a key card in any way that they can to harass. All right. That's P.O.C. It is currently 10:18 p.m. and that's a pattern of conduct. That's P.O.C.